Hello and good evening, my replay viewers. I appreciate you watching tonight. You could have been anywhere on this wonderful world of the internet, but you chose to come back and chillax with me. Tonight we're going to be listening to a little smooth jazz while I'll finish up this doll. If this is your first time watching, my name is Lala. I'm the owner and doll designer of the Christian Crochet Addict. I crochet light brown dolls, dark brown dolls, and every shade in between. If you feel like you want to know more about my company, honey, you can connect with me at any time at thechristiancrochetaddict.com. Like I said, I am finishing up on a doll. Right now I'm working on her eyelids, as you see. She has these gorgeous, and I must say, gorgeous eyes. So we are just adding a little bit more detail to the doll itself. Her body is completely sewn together. This is going to a real superhero. And what I mean by saying a real superhero, she is a firefighter as well as a Marine. How cool is that? So I am finishing up some minor details on her. If you feel inclined to do so, take a moment and share this video with your friends, with your family, hey, even with your enemies. They might need a reason to smile, right? So, that first eyelid is done. I will tuck my strings when I am finished with the other eye. But let me zoom in a little closer so you can see. See that? We just added her eyelid. And I'll show you how I tuck those strings in a minute. Always, always, always tie off on the side. That way you can hide that knot. So, let's work on the other side. I've been creating these lovely dolls for approximately a little over 6 years now. When my youngest child, my daughter, was baking in the oven when I was pregnant, I decided that I wanted a doll for her. The lovely woman that I attempted to purchase a doll from had a 6-month waiting list. Yikes. Yes, she had a 6-month waiting list. And that is what motivated me to, actually, I didn't sew this correctly, so I'm going to have to take this back out. It inspired me to just make it on my own. Now, I've been crocheting for a very long time. I started crocheting when I was in grade school. I believe I was in the 6th grade. We were preparing for the summer break. And funny thing is my classmate was crocheting. I asked her what she was doing and she showed me. I learned how to crochet with a pencil. Yep, with a pencil. And if you know anything about crocheting, it's very, very difficult to crochet with a pencil. So I learned how to do it with a pencil. My grandmother taught me a few stitches and she gave me my first hook. And then my mom showed me how to make an afghan. And boy, I took off with that. Started making a lot of baby blankets. Then I also started making baby clothes. Booties and hats and sweaters. I just fell in love with it. Those were my go-to. Those were my favorite things to create. And eventually, like I said, while I was with child, I decided, I think I want to make a doll because this lady has a 6-month waiting list and I didn't want to wait. Thus, the Christian Crochet Addict was born. Prior to my company being called the Christian Crochet Addict, it was actually called Miss Lala's Custom Crochet. But maybe a year later, I decided that I wanted to change my name. I wasn't really happy with the name that I had. And I decided on sticking with the Christian Crochet Addict. Because I'm a Christian, and I'm addicted to crochet. That's it in a nutshell, where the name came from. But I love to create, I love to crochet, and this is just something I love to do. So what you see me doing now is, most people probably take a tapestry needle or a sack needle. That was the needle that I was just using. And they pull it out. I like to use this small hook to do it. Just a preference of mine. I like to go through the stitches, wrap it around the hook, and just pull it on through. Just pulling it on through. And tug it just a little bit, because we don't want those strings to come out. I want them to disappear forever. I don't want anyone to see those strings and say, well, she makes cute dolls, but, the strings come out. Nah, we don't want that. As you see, I am working them in the head. She doesn't feel it, I promise. She feels no pain, absolutely no pain. If someone is typing down below, please forgive me, because it's showing that I don't have any viewers at this time. But if you are typing, just go out and come back in. Hopefully I could see your comments, because at this time I do not see any comments. But that does not stop this show, honey. I am still going to keep working, and the camera is still going to keep rolling. Again, if you're a replay viewer, thank you so much for watching. This is super fun, something I love to do. And I love when people get excited about my work. I am working from my bed right now because it's late. And I don't want to be outside my bedroom, because then it will disturb the children. And if any of you have children, you already know what kind of evening it could be when you disturb children trying to sleep. Oh, they could wake us up all live long, but we can't wake them up. We're not allowed to do that. All heck would break loose. I do have backup tonight, though. My husband is here. So if they were to wake up while I'm trying to do a live video, he'd step in. But I believe he fell asleep on the couch, y'all. He's been very quiet for the past hour. So I'm going to assume that he's asleep and both kids are curled up in his lap. That's what I'm going to assume at this moment. So right now I'm working on the lips. As you see, I just did one straight stitch of white yarn already for the teeth. And now I am installing her lips. This one in particular, it depends on the doll. It depends on the customer. She did not ask for colored lips. And I figure since she is in the military, in which I am a veteran as well, she may want to keep it professional. All the pictures that she did forward to me, I believe that she did not have on lipstick anyway. She did not appear to be a woman that wears makeup. So we're going to stick with the regular skin toned lips. As you see, I'm guiding the yarn as I am sticking the needle into the face. Oh, that sounds terrible. She doesn't feel it, I promise. But you see that? You see that I'm putting my finger there? Because I'm guiding it to go to the bottom of the teeth. We already have the yarn at the bottom of the teeth. So now, let me tell you about the key to knotting this off. So I tighten it up just a little bit more, right beforehand. And I want those teeth, not buck teeth, but we want them to come out just a little bit. So I tug on it just a little bit to make sure those teeth are exposed. We don't want the lips to be washed out. We don't want it to look like she doesn't have any lips. So now I'm going to put this needle back in and come through this hole. Pull it nice and tight. Not too snug. You don't want it to, warp the face. Now I'm going to cut it. There's no need to keep it super long. That's good enough. And I am going to tie off on the side. If you're watching the replay, my name is Lala. I'm the owner and doll designer of the Christian Crochet Addict. This is what I do. This is what I love. I was a teacher. I taught kindergarten and special ed, believe it or not. I then became a police officer. There were a couple of jobs in between that, but more importantly, I became a New York City police officer. I was a police officer for almost 10 years. I retired early, very early. I fell in love with this business, and this business has blessed me, my house, my family. And this is what I do on a full-time basis, as well as write. I am a children's book author. I may have some contracts in the works. I'm super excited about that. But here is this precious face. Look at that gorgeous face. Do you see that? Do you see her eyes? Those eyes were hand painted. I'm going to give you a slow-mo. Her earrings are real. They are removable. I always try to make sure they're removable, especially only for adults. When adults are receiving dolls, I like to, got some yarn here. I like to make the earrings are removable because, excuse me, I'm not worried about it being a choking hazard with an adult, of course. And this bond is so squishy. Look at that. It just snaps back. I use very, very good polyester fiber fill. And the beauty about this is someone sits on your doll by accident. It does not distort. It has snap back in the face. Like it literally bounced right back. Did you just see that? Let me show you again. See that? I want you to see how I'm squeezing on her face. Her eyes kind of separate a bit. So I'm really got a tight grip on it. And I'm going to release. You see that? Awesome. Virtually like right back to the shape that it originally was. So if you have children or grandchildren, you will understand that they are sometimes rough with their dolls. And they sit on them. Or adults sit on them because they have them laying around everywhere. You don't have to worry about that with this doll. My dolls can be machine washable. Yes, can be machine washable. We will embroider the eyelashes, sew them down if you still want these type of eyelashes. I will bond the earrings if need be. And you simply put this baby in the washing machine in a pillowcase. Do not ever, ever, ever dry them. Do not dry them. But you can wash in the washing machine if need be. Yes, right in a pillowcase or a garment bag. And they will snap back just the way I showed you. I do have a video of me actually removing a doll from the wash machine. And this doll has been washed several times. It's actually my daughter's, one of her first dolls. So this is our gorgeous Firefighter. We are done on the details on her face. How exciting is that? You got to watch me complete her. So technically, this moment is her birthday. So how cool is that? 12:09 a.m. here in the New York Eastern time. It is her birthday. So I'm going to move her over here out of the camera a little bit because I want you to meet her little friend. This is Iron Spider-Man. My son, I'm surprised he didn't bust this open. Like he's been roughhousing him. He's super excited that I made this for him the other day. And guess what? There's a pattern available. Yes, there's a pattern available for this gorgeous toy. Now, if you're someone who like to crochet items for kids, for birthday parties and such, this is the perfect gift because I believe it took me about 3 hours, maybe 4, 3 to 4 hours to creating this baby. The details is felt, and I do give you a template so that you can cut it out and you can add all of this onto the doll. I did use a sparkle yarn. This is metallic, red heart metallic. This is just plain yellow, and this is yellow felt that I used. But I did something extra special. Now, hopefully you won't be as sloppy as I was. I didn't think of doing this until I already bonded the eyes and the details on here. But I actually added glitter Mod Podge. So as you see, I got a little bit onto the doll itself. So you don't do that. But if you're looking for this look, if you want it to be glittery and shiny like this, just go ahead and Mod Podge it before you put it on the darn doll. Don't be like me. So this is Iron Spider-Man, and he can be purchased, his pattern can be purchased on my website at thechristiancrochetaddict.com, or you can go to my Etsy shop. You still have to go to the crochetaddict.com, but there you can navigate all of my social media. So here it is, thechristiancrochetaddict.com. My logo is different. This is an old card. My logo on my website, as well as Etsy and across all social media, looks just like the logo that you see here on Periscope. So here's my card. I'm the owner and doll designer of the Christian Crochet Addict. Thank you so much again. My name is Lala, and I appreciate you so much for taking the time out to hang out with me tonight. You guys have a wonderful evening. God bless, and happy crocheting.